Boom, boom. The gang is all here. The gang is all here. All here. All here. All right, man. We just got 1 week remaining in the 2023 NFL regular season. Regular season. Oh, echoing. All right, all right. We got wild card spots available. We got division titles available. It's still up for grabs, man. The playoffs is just around the corner, but only 7 can make it in, man. This is the year. It's going to be a tight playoff race, man. But we love the beauty of January football. January football is in the building. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in the building. We are the Real Sports Podcast, and welcome to another episode of Sports to Talk About, the very first show for the 2024 year. And we are here, and we are live, and we are ready right here on the Real Sports Podcast. All right, man, we thank you guys so much for being here with us. Bunch of 9 to 5 guys here, 9 to 5 clock punches, regular guys, man, that just love football, man. Thank you guys for being here with us wherever in the world you are right now. And Happy New Year's to you from the Real Sports Podcast, which is your destination for real analysis and opinions and round table talk about the NFL. And you can also follow us on X and Twitch and Instagram and Facebook. And you can join our sports group on Facebook, man, the Sports Group. I got the 4 horsemen right here. The 4 horsemen sitting right here in front of me. And who they are? They are the very great, the very talented. Yes, they are. They are the Real Sports Podcast panel. Still, fly, Eagles, fly. It's the motto. Always, baby. Still fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, sir. They are the one-time Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. Also defending NFC East champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. He is the pride of Philadelphia, and he is Philadelphia's favorite son. It is the Maverick, Philly G. Philly Gizo.
I'm back.
Philly Gizo's in the building. What's up, Philly G? Yes, sir. The man in purple. The man in purple. The OG. Yes, sir. The OG. He represents the mighty Minnesota Vikings. He is a legend in himself. He is the legendary Q Diggity Dog. The Diggity.
All right. What's up, people? Glad y'all tuned in on this Tuesday, the final week of the NFL regular season.
Yes, sir. Yes, the Diggity Dog. Mr. Episode is in the building. He represents the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Silver and Black Attack. And he is Oklahoma State's alumni, the pioneer of the Real Sports Podcast. It is Mr. Young Mark.
Man, it's hard to be right all the time. You know, I came on here Saturday. I told y'all about a certain team in Pennsylvania. They didn't have any heart. They were up 21-6 at halftime at home against a 3-win team. And what do? They fell like a house of cards. That's what having no cojones gets you, man. So I hate to be right, Philly G, but cry Eagles cry on the road to misery.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Man. Woo.
Just for the record, that team is on the east side of Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, we got none but love for that team in black and yellow. Praise
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph.
Wow.
Never by a Raiders fan ever, but go ahead, keep going.
Well, last but not least. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Representing the Steel City. They are the 6-time Super Bowl champion. They are the Pittsburgh Steelers. This man is the 2023 Real Sports Podcast MVP. It's a great day to be the Deuce. And here he is. It's Deuce.
What's up, everybody? Hey, I'm just happy to be here, man. This gonna be a good show, everybody.
It's gonna be something.
I don't think y'all expecting what's about to happen. So let's get to it, host. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Holy smoke. Woo. In this corner. Oh my goodness, man. Like the MVP say, man, it's gonna be a good show. Everybody sit back, relax. As T.O. said, get your popcorn ready. Oh boy. All right, man. We got some good news coming from our very own Mr. Young Mark. And he's gonna hit us with a little bit of On the Mark.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of On the Mark. That time in the show we kick things in a high gear, and normally we bring you the latest and greatest from the world of college football. But this week is going to be a little bit different, so bear with me for just a second. I am here today to officially announce the champion of the Real to Sports Fantasy Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, this man's team was called mid from the get-go. People doubted him. People slept on him. People thought they was going to be able to just steamroll this man. They thought last year was a fluke. And boy, did he prove everybody wrong. Anybody who had to face Philly G this season, they knew they was in for a fight. He gave them hell. He kicked a whole lot of ass. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you guys the 2024 Real to Sports Fantasy Football League champion, Mr. Philly G.
Philly G. Baby. Congrats, boy.
Hey, normally we call Deuce the man with all the rings around here, but I don't know, man. Philly G making a run for that title. He done won the NBA championship. He done won the fantasy football championship. What's next, Philly G? The NFL trivia championship?
He's the comeback player of the year.
Next step.
No doubt about it. And I know that victory was extra sweet because he defeated our resident 49er fan. Shout out to Team Vontu Shicey. It was a hell of a game. Right. Philly G edged him out 139 to 132 to take home the title. Also, got to give a shout out to the homie Woods. He won the Toilet Bowl, which means he finishes in last place. And he's the winner of the 2024 Matt Miller Award. For those of you who don't know, Matt Miller, he's a former Raider. I love him dearly. But he's low-key one of the worst general managers ever in the history of professional sports.
Yeah, he's trash.
He is the architect behind that infamous Lions team that went 0-16. So, unfortunately for this year, Woods got to hold on to that Matt Miller Award. But I'm pretty sure somebody will snatch out of his hands next year. And I can't wait. I'm already pumped. I'm already excited for the 2024 fantasy season, especially given our new partners that add a little extra flavor to the mix. So it's going to be pretty exciting. If you want to get in on the action come 2024, you got to be a member of the Real Sports Group. Go ahead and join our fraternity. Be amongst a bunch of fellow crazy sports fans. We talk sports 24/7. We're a family. We don't judge anybody. We might judge if you're a Cowboys fan, but, that's anybody. But just come on, have some fun, and compete in what was quite literally the best fantasy football league on planet Earth.
Oh yeah.
And before we get out of here, just a little teaser for next week. The college football national championship game is set. Next week, we will have Michigan taking on the University of Washington. It's going to be epic. That's going down Monday night. So next Tuesday, you already know. That hat, man.
One last time. One last time, man.
Hey,
One last time, baby.
Baby.
Hey, it could have been worse, man. Y'all could have been Florida State, so I'll give
That's
you
true.
a pass.
That's true.
But come back next week. We will be breaking down the college football playoff, the semifinals, and the finals. And also, it's going to be time for the moment that everybody has been waiting for. We will officially crown the first ever On the Mark beatdown of the year. And I'm telling y'all, you don't want to miss it. I guarantee you, host is probably going to walk off set when I tell him the score of this game. So please come on back next week.
When you do, I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro. I'll go ahead.
Hey, you might as well. But come on back next week. We're going to put a bow on the college football season, and I'll give you a little update on what's next on the mark after that. But until then, back to you, host.
Yes, sir.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
I do want to say congratulations to the champion, Philly G, man. I know that means a lot to him. And all shout out to all the participants in the group, man. That was very interesting. It was, and you can tell that the fantasy football league is starting to gain some ground. And you can in the group you could see the jousting and the ish talking is going on up in there. So yeah, it's definitely where it's at. And shout out to the commissioner who actually started this, man, and bringing it to the group, man. That's something special. Hopefully we can get some as the 2024 year goes on, we can gain some more people. 65 in there strong right now, so we're gonna gain some more people, man. Really pop this thing off and get it going, man. But again, shout out to Philly G, the Real to Sports Fantasy Football League. And you know what, Philly G, I can't let you go out like that, bro. Can't let you go out a little naked. I got a little something for you. There you go. Boom.
Oh man.
The champ is here. The champ is here. Philly G. Philly G, sir, I salute you.
Hey, you know what this means, don't you? I mean, everybody gonna be coming after you again for the second year in a row.
Yes, sir. They're gonna be coming after you.
Just bring it on.
Maybe we can get the dog in there.
Hey, as long as you don't end up like the last champion, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all know
playoffs
Q,
this year.
Y'all know Q. Every time you touch something, turn to gold now.
Into the champion.
We gotta get the dog in there.
Hey, before the record though, host, real quick, yes, I just want to say,
yes, sir.
I want to call for peace next year. Deuce, the battle of the 9850, whatever y'all had going on this year, bro. I want a nice, friendly, competitive game next year, bro. I don't want no repeat of this year.
Hey, man. Hey, it's when you compete against your partners, it always get a little bit chippier. You trying to iron sharpens iron type deals.
Iron sharpens iron. I like that.
Yeah, like when Mark beat me.
He beat the hell out of me that first time, though.
Right? Yeah. But I'm sitting in front of royalty, man. I got the pioneer of the podcast. I got the OG, the NFL trivia champ. I got the fantasy football champ, and I got the MVP. You know what I'm saying? So I got all royalty. Hey. royalty, eh? Oh, dudes, I got you one more time, bro.
Back into that. The whole year before this change, yeah, I like that. Yeah,
my man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you gotta love it. All right, man. I got the scores. From week 17. I got the scores from week 17 right here. I'm gonna run through these things real quick. And guess what? The podcast panel is gonna talk some football tonight. All right, here we go. The first game, of course, Thursday's game. It was the Cleveland Browns over the New York Jets, 37-20. The Dallas Cowboys The Dallas
Home
Cowboys.
Home cooking.
The Dallas Cowboys over the Detroit Lions, 19-20. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for that. The Baltimore Ravens. Boy, they put a whooping on the Miami Dolphins, 56-19. And Lamar is on a tear, 56-19. The Buffalo Bills, they defeat the New England Patriots 27-21. The Chicago Bears, they defeat the Atlanta Falcons 37-17. The Houston Texans keep their playoff hopes alive, man. They defeat the Tennessee Titans in the AFC South Division game 26-3. The Las Vegas Raiders fall short to the Indianapolis Colts, 23-20.
Keyword
Las
there,
Vegas
fell
Raiders.
short. Keywords
Fell
that
short.
fell short. We
The
fought
Las
to the
Vegas
bitter
Raiders.
end, host.
That's true.
We were down multiple scores with less than a minute left. But you ain't see no quit. You ain't see no lay down on the side of the road and just take it. No, we fought to literally the bitter end of that damn game. And I'm damn proud of my team for that.
Proud of them too. The Las Vegas Raiders is officially eliminated from the NFL playoffs. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they defeated Carolina Panthers 26-0. Poor Carolina.
Bro, get that owner the hell up out of here, bro.
Yeah, he got to go, bro.
Like
Just-
throwing drinks on fans because your team is trash.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
Bro,
what
It's
get
starting to
out
get
of here, bro.
hostile. Carolina fans starting to get hostile, boy.
Oh,
It's not the fans, it's the owner.
Yeah,
it's owner.
You a
bro.
billionaire throwing a drink on a fan on camera, bro? Come on,
absolutely.
man.
They pissed off, man.
Bro.
They pissed off, bro.
Like, you don't
The,
see y'all GM doing that.
Yeah, they're off the chain, bro. the Los Angeles Rams, they beat the New York Giants 26-25. And the Arizona Cardinals, they get the win over the Philadelphia Eagles 35-31.
Mind you, they was up 21-6 at halftime, bro. At home. Against a 3-win team, bro. And y'all let them know to come back and win?
Stop riding.
Come on, bro.
Stop
This is
riding.
what I was talking about Saturday, man. Where
Bro,
the heart and soul of Philadelphia is in Arizona and Indianapolis, bro.
riding. Stop riding.
What's wrong, Philly? Since you here, what's wrong with your team, bro? Like teams that y'all should seriously
Hold on.
beat.
Look, if you're genuinely asking me, I can tell you right
I
now.
really am.
We have balls. It's just that we don't have the right coach. That he got no balls, bro. I don't know where the passion is gone, but he's lost.
It's
the
in
team.
Arizona and Indy. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
We've been, but have I not mentioned that it might be when we started losing games? I've said that. I did. Brian Johnson's not there. He should have stayed the QB coach. They should have never let Shane Steichen go. I mean, you can't force somebody to stay, but should have never let him go. You should have tried to keep Jonathan Gannon, but we felt like that he threw the Super Bowl. You know what happened? Got a new DC, got a new OC, and it's kind of pissing me off talking about it. So to just sum it up, bro, I believe that the players behind the scenes is beefing with the coaches, and that's what it comes down to.
And for the record, just so people don't think I'm attacking my best friend-in-law, the reason why I'm so upset at the Eagles right now
But it's okay.
is because I genuinely wanted them to do good this season, bro. I wanted them to prove me wrong after that NFC Championship game controversy. I was cheering for them. I was rooting for my best friend-in-law to get another Super Bowl championship. And they wet the bed every chance they get. And I'm getting tired of it, man. Y'all can boo all y'all want, but I guarantee you, Max Crosby ain't going out like that. I guarantee that. Robert Spillane ain't going out like that. Derek Carr wouldn't go out like that.
No.
Man, no,
But,
bro.
And that being said, I appreciate you saying that, clearing that up, but still, it's some beef with you right now, bro. Because you be attacking me. And granted, I know what Deuce want to say. I can see his face right now. I do be attacking him.
Hey, Deuce be trying to stay out.
There's a reason.
Deuce be trying to stay out of it, bro. Deuce, look, man.
But no,
That dude in
I see him
MVP,
in the face.
he sit back on his throne
in the
like
fantasy
that.
league
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
I do come after this man. But it's like I be provoked. I'm like Samoa Joe in this situation. He's provoking me to do things to him. No homo. But yeah, like
Pause.
yeah.
Pause.
I just want the Philadelphia Eagles to get fired up. Like I want the same team that I want that same team from back in the day.
Right now, Mark, I would give it to either the Vikings or the Raiders. If I'm being honest.
Say what?
If I could give up the playoff spot for the Eagles, I would give it to the Vikings or the Raiders.
Get to the Vikings because we don't want it.
Give it to the Raiders.
With all due respect, man. I mean, again, I say this with all due respect.
I don't want to be in there, bro.
But putting the Vikings in the playoffs would be like putting Florida State in the playoffs this year, bro. There's just no point.
Oh, damn.
They'll give something.
Great. That's a great comparison, Mark.
21-6.
That's a hard pill. Damn.
You know, at least with the Raiders, we got a defense that deserves to be able to compete in the playoffs. But
this is Kelsey's last.
I ain't got no offense.
It's most likely BG's last year, Fletcher's last year, and I just feel like it's a waste. It really is, and I don't want those guys that have to come back next year or feel like they need to come back next year. No, but it's the coach, man. It's the coach. He lost the team.
That's true.
I can coach better than that.
Somebody got to reignite that fire in Philadelphia. It's out, and I don't like seeing that.
I would love for our Flyers head coach to be that, but he's a hockey coach, so.
It's like James Harden took all the fire and passion out of Philadelphia when he left.
And please don't mention that, man. That's worse than Kevin Cobb right now. Please don't mention that, man. I hate James Harden with a passion.
Kevin Cobb.
I digress, folks.
Yeah, me too. I'm moving on. He said Kevin Cobb. That dude was terrible.
Horn on the Cobb.
Hey, word. The New Orleans Saints get the victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 23-13.
The Saints should have got our playoff spot, but we ain't gonna talk about it. All right, we're done.
Yeah. I don't know how to Saints. Even G like, man, I don't care about the Saints right now. Yeah, G don't even care about it no more, man.
Shout out to G.
Yeah, shout out to the Flyers, man, in the land. All right, the San Francisco 49ers, they defeat the Washington Commanders 27-10, locking up that number one seed down for sure. The 49ers. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they defeat the Seattle Seahawks 30-23. 17 consecutive winning seasons for Mike Tomlin. And we have to pause and salute to Mike Tomlin, man, and a great accomplishment. On real talk. That's a big accomplishment right there.
They kept DK off. That's what won me the fantasy championship.
Respecting that man right there, boy. 17 straight years.
No love for his quarterback. I mean, because it wouldn't have been for Mason Rudolph, that streak would have ended years ago.
I mean, whatever. He got Mitchell Trubisky. It don't matter. 17.
Trubisky would have lost that streak. Without question, Trubisky would have lost that streak.
I only disagree with you because of two words years ago. Now, I don't agree with it then. Now, I'll give it to you. Without number two, it would have been over. It would have ended. But, you know.
Yeah, all right, man. You got to get that man his flowers, bro.
Maybe that hit on the head made him come back.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
No, this dude can actually go down as top 5 greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah. I mean, well, if he's not there already. Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah, hands down. I mean, you got Shula, Belichick, Parcells. You got to throw them in there.
17 straight seasons is a big deal. I don't think people realize.
Mark, what was this about?
A lot of non-losing seasons.
It's the Raider in him. Don't pay that no mind.
It really is fully G. Like I can't even front it really is.
Bro. hey, Q, what you think, Q?
It's like,
about Mike Tomlin.
Top 5, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's very impressive, man. I mean, it says that team is always going to be competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, they might in the beginning of the season look like, they're not going to be a playoff team. They find some kind of way to rise to occasions. It says something about him and his coaching style, and that's why they only have the 3 type of coaches. It's a certain type of coach that the Pittsburgh will employ, and all of them have these same type of personalities. And for him to have that longevity in that team, until someone comes along with that type of personality, he'll be there till he retire. That's the type of coach they like, and it's proven with those 17 consecutive winning seasons. I mean, very impressive.
Yeah,
got to give him that over.
The dude is a leader, man. He's just a natural born leader. People respect him. People respect him, and the players respect him. The league respect him. Like this dude, 17 years of nothing, just a clean slate. Like nothing.
But there's also another aspect to that host that I think also deserves to get some credit in this too. I ain't trying to take no credit away from Coach Tomlin. Trust me, I'm not. But we also need to give credit to that Pittsburgh Steelers organization.
Oh yeah.
Any other franchise in the NFL would have been got rid of him, citing a lack of playoff success.
Oh hell yeah!
So you also got to give credit to them for sticking with what they got.
Yeah. They are they are one of the best franchises in professional sports. I mean, they're just strict, man. Like, but the strict is working. I mean, they got 6 goddamn rings. 6 out of that. That's unbelievable. Shout out to
Vince Ferragamo,
home.
Matt Hasselbeck.
Hey man. Hey, Pittsburgh, man, you gotta get to Tomlin, man.
Are
to
they
me,
playing
top 5.
Saturday? Or Saturday?
Tomlin, due to the game. Oh, are they playing Saturday?
Yeah,
I don't. I was asking.
Saturday at
Play Baltimore.
4:15 y'all time.
Okay.
Is it in Baltimore or Pittsburgh?
It's in Baltimore.
It's due to the game right there, baby. Top 5. Tomlin, top 5. There's no question. Yeah, man. Even due to the game said it. Yeah, he said, yes, this coming from a Ravens fan. Yeah. Ideal and truth. Yeah. Mike Tomlin, man, top 5.
I don't know about top 5, bro.
Man, you got to, Mark.
Give me 5 better.
You got to, Mark.
Coach Madden, Coach Shula,
Bill.
Coach Noel.
Bill.
I ain't putting Belichick in there.
You got to put Belichick there.
Got to.
Joe Gibbs and nah, bro. when you win a Super Bowl with 3 different quarterbacks, man, that's coaching, in my humble opinion.
But this 17 straight, that's almost 2 decades.
So 6 Super Bowls with the same quarterback don't mean nothing.
That's more than who's older than those kids out here.
My only complaint with Belichick, Spygate, and the fact that he did diddly poo squat without Brady. This season is taken away from his shine a lot.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but okay. Since
What
you said
about,
that, but this dude haven't had nothing on his slate. Like Tomlin, nothing.
I'm not taking nothing away from him.
What about Bill Walsh?
I put Bill Walsh in my 5th spot, honestly.
Yeah, I put Walsh in. Walsh got 5.
So who you gonna take out of the top 5 out of who I just said? The replace with
Joe
Tom
Gibbs. He got to go. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Joe Gibbs?
Yeah, Joe Gibbs. Hey,
three titles with 3 different QBs though.
I don't care. 17. That 17 stands amongst a lot.
He has half as many championships as that whole organization by himself.
But that means that on his resume that he's consistent. So that means right now he can get a job. Joe Gibbs wasn't consistent. None of these coaches was consistent.
Well, Coach Madden was consistent now.
But not 17 years in a row.
Coach Madden never had a losing season. And respectfully, I'm going to use Deuce logic on this. Deuce, would you rather have 17 consecutive non-losing seasons or 3 more championships in your trophy case?
3 championships.
And championships is the goal, ain't it?
I take 3 championships, but I think it's getting lost in translation of how you're trying to swing it.
Yeah, big time.
There also wasn't
big time.
The type of talent at the quarterback position that it was in the AFC for those 17 years. And we still managed to go to 2 Super Bowls and win one of them. So,
man, that dude something else, man. He's a role model.
One of the top 5 you named is a Steeler, so I'm not mad.
Yeah.
You're arguing to get 2 of my 3 head coaches in the top 5, so we're good.
Yeah, that dude, man, is a role model, man. I mean, he's a role model. Everybody, man.
The other one's got to be top 10, top 15. So I'm not mad.
Coach Noel had to definitely.
due to the game, so you just can't put the titles up and let that be the be all end all. Got to put the body of work in context. Context gets lost too often. That's very true, Drew. Goddamn, tell him, Drew.
So with that being said, I stick by what I was saying. He's at least 5 or 4 in my opinion.
Hell yeah, man. That dude, man, and a black man too. Yeah, I know YouTube might get me on that one, but oh well.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I don't care. I take one for Tomlin.
They use it when it's beneficial to them. So
Yeah, damn right. I take one for Tomlin. That's crazy, man. You gotta honor that man. Mark.
I'm not mad at him. I respect him.
Like,
I really
get
do.
where from too, because if I was like, if we were talking about a Dallas Cowboy coach,
You the heel today, Mark.
I would be
I was really tempted to put Jimmy Johnson in there, but Jerry Jones ruined that.
Don't you ever.
Oh man, you bugging.
Hey,
All right. I feel you. I feel you with Jimmy.
Jimmy's a bad dude. He was
on collegiate level and kicked that.
I was about to say, I think that's one of the things for Jimmy for me is he was able to do it at both levels.
Facts.
Unlike other coaches, but
yeah.
I will go 10.
Yeah, Chip Kelly.
That 5 is crowded. That 5 is crowded.
Without question, I definitely put him top 10.
I'm gonna say 7 at the very least.
A hard 7.
Yeah, 7 at the very least.
Yeah. Because that 5
respectfully, I can unquestionably agree with that.
Because then you got Landry. You got to put Landry there too. Lombardi himself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 7. Okay. The Broncos. They defeat the Chargers 16-9. Kansas City Chiefs. They won a division for the 8th year in a row.
Denver's eliminated.
25. Yeah, Denver is eliminated. And 25-17 Chiefs over the Bengals. And the last game, the Green Bay Packers defeat the Minnesota Vikings 33-10. 33-10. Cute duck. Just duck when it comes.
That's what it is, man.
Q dog, I just want to know, man. This is no shade. I just genuinely want to know. Your man's is a young rookie quarterback. He makes one mistake, and your coach pulls him out of the game after one mistake. What was the point of that?
Here's Kevin O'Connell. When Kirk Cousins went down and you got these rotations of quarterback and you're trying to get on that same type of level, it's like he really doesn't. He really want to get back to some good play. So he just didn't give him a shot. You know, I mean, it's been hard on him, bro. It's been hard on him. I mean, Kurt was on an MVP level, and then when your main man went down, then now we had our tight end, we're leading all tight ends. He went down with ACL injury. We'll be dealing with injuries, guys in and out. It's just I can imagine how his head is just hurting, and I just think he just trying to find answers. Not really thinking, he got a little quick trigger that night.
Do you think this might be a bad sign for y'all long-term future if he don't have the patience to work with a young quarterback?
No, I think he needs to be more of a. I think he put his arms around a lot of players a lot, and I think he needs to make a lot of tough decisions. He needs to get a little tougher. His play calling is. I don't like his play calling. He needs to let somebody else call the plays. And I know Brian Flores, the defense played horrible. First time we played horrible all year, but I think if we can keep him in house and he can get the kind of players he wants, I think that defense will be a whole lot better. But they need to draft somebody, but it's just been a carousel that just really messed him up mentally. Trying to get something going when you're trying to get something going with them type of quarterbacks, man, and this just ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So I think I don't know. It don't look good, but it still look promising because we got a lot of talent. So they just need to know how to put things together, build defensive line, build an offensive line, and we get your players back. We'll still be the same old team next year, but just that main position did us in, man. That quarterback position. We was on our way, you know. When Justin Jefferson came back and Kirk Cousins, even Justin Jefferson said something about it. You know, this is the reason why you can say that, you know, Kirk Cousins is the man for this team, because he basically was putting shade on the other players, quarterbacks, because they wasn't getting the job done. But, you know, if we'd have had a good, decent backup quarterback like your boy for Cincinnati, then we'd probably be all right. I mean, so somebody to keep the train going. But these guys, man, they just ain't gonna do it. They can't cut it.
Yeah, Jared Hall sucks.
Yeah.
Damn, Host.
Yeah, he sucks. He do.
I mean, if we're keeping it real,
terrible.
if Dobbs plays that game, I'm not saying
he
that they win, but gives you a chance.
It's like watching that game. It's like they didn't get him prepared. Like he just wasn't prepared. Like,
It's like he was just thrown in there, thrown to the wolves.
Can I ask you one more question?
It's not the fact that he wasn't prepared. I mean, he's been with the team since day one. I mean, you know,
he's been there since
and he's been getting all the reps and everything. And when they announced that he was going to be the starting quarterback, maybe he just shook up on his side. I don't know what was wrong with
against Green Bay. Their defense
it was a prime time game. All the lights was on him, and I don't know if he could. I don't think he got rattled on the inside. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, he pissed the bed that game.
Like,
yeah,
Green Bay wanted to get in too, and they showed that they want to be in the playoffs. So,
yeah, Vikings be all right. They be
all right. Yeah, like there's nothing that they could really do in that game when they went down 30. What was it, 33-10?
Yeah, 33.
It was 30-3 at one time.
30-3. Yeah.
Yeah, I cut it off at that point. I gave it a chance.
Yeah,
I was like, come on, Vikings. And then it was 30-3. I was like, well, damn.
Somebody down there, boy, was celebrating like they won a Super Bowl.
Well, Kevin O'Connor, next year he definitely will be on the hot seat. I promise you that. Because they got too much talent, man. There's too much talent on that team. That should be his third year.
We got McDaniels out of there quick.
3 years. They always give you 3 years. That third year.
Respectfully, Host.
What's up, Ready Red? Ready Red. What's up, Ready Red? My man.
Hey, Host.
Yes, sir.
I can't allow you to do one of the great mentors I've had since I've been on this show. I can't allow you to disrespect the OG Q Dog and the great Kevin O'Connell by comparing Kevin O'Connell to Josh McDumbass. I can't allow that. that is so disrespectful on so many levels.
Okay. Kevin O'Connell, man,
but Kevin O'Connell can turn it around. Like I just mentioned, my own head coach, who I liked last year, he's not. He's on the hot seat. So it's not like Kevin O'Connell is alone on that. Nah, bro. What?
Damn, boy. You got a cowboy coming at you, boy.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus, Philly G.
In defense of my best friend-in-law, Ready Red, y'all both lost to Arizona this year, so can either one of y'all?
We both lost to Arizona. We both got blown out by the 49ers, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about firing this year.
Y'all both lost to Arizona. Damn.
Yep.
We both got throttled. The NFC least has definitely. Damn, I can't believe I said that. NFC least, and I said it twice, has been bad this year.
Yeah.
They tell the truth. Arizona's gotten all of our teams in the last couple of years. So
that's true. Yeah, they got us too.
But can't do much but pay a quarterback.
I want to see us next year.
But going back to Minnesota Vikings, OG, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. Y'all can fix it.
But I'm the division champion.
Well, I just question Kevin O'Connell's play calling. You know, he don't attack a lot with that good, with those weapons that we have. Mm-hmm. You know, he passive. You know what I'm saying? He's a conservative type of play call, and I think we just need to get somebody in that's gonna call plays. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying, get that ball to those playmakers and let them play and score, especially in the red zone. You know,
why don't you give Matt Canada a call?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give Matt Canada a call?
It's a great idea.
Who's that?
Why would you? Boy, you cold for that one.
Don't listen to them.
Hey, dude co-signed it. That's the funny part.
Do y'all remember the video of Jamal?
Don't take
Jamal Adams going into the facility and his code not working. That's what Matt Canada is with us. So it don't matter if he won't come back or not. He can't. You can't get in, brother. Your code don't work no more.
Hey, Ken Dorsey's out there, offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
Frank Wright.
Yeah.
Just leave.
As an OC, he's better as an OC. The head coaching and man, I take
That's a
him
quarterback
right
coach.
late in the season, very late in the season.
Just leave Byron Leftwich alone. You got anybody?
That's a fact. Yeah, Byron Leftwich. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Is he out there or is he
lost in
on
the
the
shuffle.
phone?
He said he wants a job. He said he wants to. I mean, he said he wanted
a job.
As an OC?
Yeah.
well,
We'll take
Q-Dog,
it.
also, Kellen Moore might be available after this year.
No.
Depending on what the Chargers do.
Mark trying to mess you up, bro.
Kellen Moore ain't bad in my opinion.
Are you kidding me? That dude got the worst trick plays there is.
Are you still mad about that 3-0 loss? Because this sounds like some hatred.
No.
No. It's not hatred at all. I ain't got none but love for Q-Dog. He always put me on the free game.
Do not
That's
take
all.
Kellen Moore,
That's all. I'll never buy chocolates on Valentine's Day again.
We don't play y'all no more, so do not.
Just know, OG, there's a lot of offensive coordinators that are out there. And
Wrong for that one, Mark.
Well,
hey, you said it, not me.
my question would be to you guys, and this is for Q-Dog and Philly G in particular, because I can remember you guys just last year being all for these two coaches you're talking about. And Q, the only problem with yours is that your quarterback is hurt. I mean, if you had that kid from Stillwater, number 2, I got you, Mark. I think you guys would have been able to do something, but your quarterbacks are bad.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
They're terrible. Yeah,
they are. But that's not his fault. He's only playing with the hand he's dealt, and you guys haven't had a run game since day one, so you kind of limit your quarterback. I'm not fire coach happy. That's just who I am as a person. So when I hear those get rid of them in year 3. I'm just like, man, let the guy rock out a little bit, get him a healthy team. You had the offensive rookie of the year or offensive, MVP last year and Jay Jettas when you had a healthy Kirk Cousins. We've seen what you got. You got TJ Hockenson, like you said, who just led the league with all tight ends and receptions with a healthy quarterback. I'm just not ready to get rid of a guy who's handcuffed with an untalented quarterback room besides his starter. At Philly G, I've tried to let it slide. I'm not going to let you sit here and talk about Nick Sirianni like you weren't just his. You were advocating for him all last year and really all up until this point of the season.
Dudes be writing stuff down.
He's lost the team. No, you have a lot of prima.
Dudes be remembering.
AJ Brown in particular, you have AJ Brown who pouts every time he doesn't go for 100 yards in a game. That's the problem. It's not coaching as much as it is. If it is coaching, it's not X and O's. It's more of managing all those different personalities in the locker room. That's why Coach Tomlin is so good, because he treats every single guy in the locker room like a man first.
Yes.
That's why he demands the respect that he does.
Yes.
That's why he's able to have 17 straight winning seasons,
Yes.
no matter the quarterback. No matter the weapons and the people that you have on that team, he's able to do that.
Yes.
We're not going to sit here and bash these coaches, even though you were in the Super Bowl last year and now all of a sudden he's not a good coach. Absolutely not. I just don't agree.
It was crazy.
Hey, conference sports talk and stay for church, ladies and gentlemen. Dude's preaching, boy.
What you just said, dude. Honestly, it makes sense. I need to keep the same energy then, because I really like the dude.
That's what I'm saying. I get. Well, I'm be honest. I get the frustration. From a coach. Like I can see, like Matt Canada. We clearly saw he was the problem, right? We clearly saw that the offense wasn't as good, even with Kenny. I mean, we can say that it was the quarterback position, but even Kenny came out the week after we fired him, and we had a 400-yard offensive game. We only scored 17 points, but it was still 400 yards of offense. That one movement made a difference. Now, Brian Johnson's a first-year, offensive coordinator. That's a different role.
The benefit of doubt with that.
You gotta let that guy get settled. Shane Steichen ain't blowing the doors off nothing right now in Indianapolis. And it's partially because his starting quarterback went out. You know, so it's just so many more factors that go with it, man. I'm just not fire coach happy. That's all.
I get that, and I'm not either until they get to a certain point. If they feel like they
They still just took it to Super Bowl.
It's not like we're having a 4-12 season. Dear God,
it's like the NBA too.
Yeah.
I think it was 4 or 5 coaches that had won a championship or a big.
Philly was 14-2.
That were all last year looking for new jobs. Nick Nurse is looking for a new job. Doc Rivers is commentating basketball now. You know, there's a whole bunch of guys that win championships. Like Budenholzer was fired. Like, I just don't understand it. It's always, what have you done for me lately? Instead of building a program. Everybody wants to win today instead of building something.
I just want to let you know, Deuce.
But respectfully, in that regard,
this for a long time.
Respectfully, what do you say in Philly G's defense? What do you say to him when he has virtually the same team from last year and his team is coming out playing as flat as they have been this year?
This is what I'm saying. But like Deuce was saying, actually, it's the first year OC. Can't really put all the blame on Nick. You got a wide receiver that's acting like excuse me, host. Please let me just say this one word. Acting like
I'm paid for it now.
Acting like a bitch. And he's whining because he ain't getting the ball. Now, you should have been showing up. You're supposed to be this big superstar wide receiver. You should have been showing up in games before this.
Yeah. Well, Mark, I think it's a multitude of things. I think it could be a few things. I think, and this isn't a knock at Jalen, but I think Jalen's more of a leader who's let me show you how to go instead of let me tell you what to do.
Good point.
I think that's a big part of it too. I think Jalen has to learn how to do both. And I mean, he's still young. This is what, year 4 for him?
Yeah, 4.
So he's still learning how to do that because the coach only takes it so far. We've all heard of teams, I want to say one of these teams that was just in the CFP, I want to say it might have been Washington. Just before they had the game the other night, they closed the doors and kicked all the coaches out.
Yeah,
because it matters on who's in that room, who lines up, straps those pads up, puts that helmet on, and runs out on that field with you that matter the most. You don't play for the coaches, you play for the guys next to you. Now, does it start with the philosophy obviously starts with the head coach and it trickles its way down. We've seen that with guys forever. We've seen that with Tomlin. We've seen that with in Detroit right now. That team has the identity with Dan Campbell. They have the identity of that head coach. They are fiery. They will fight. He came into this first interview talking about how we'll bite your fingers off. You know what I mean? And that team has gotten that identity. I think, Nick has to take some, he has to take that on the chin that is partially his fault. But I think it's a lot of other factors that go with it. I think AJ just got to man up sometimes and stop doing all the whining. You know what I mean? I think the guy's a phenomenal ball player. There's nothing I don't know, obviously as a person, but the things I see in body language, I say the same thing about George. When George doesn't get the ball, you see him, he's walking off, he's not blocking, he's doing things. And as soon as, things start to go his way, catch a couple passes, he'll take a cat and drive him for 30, 40 yards. You know what I mean? Deontay Johnson was the same way. Mm-hmm. But I can't blame that on Mike Tomlin. I can't blame that on him.
I've never been a fan of the diva. I really never have. I love T.
You got your one now.
Yeah, you got you one.
You got your one now, boy.
I know how it ends. He's gonna be on his way out the door.
Yeah.
We better trade and get
a diva like that can corrupt the whole offense really, because he's just so demanding of the ball, and he's just like a baby. If he don't get the ball, you got to really maybe the first 3 passes let him touch the ball, let him feel that ball so he can stay in and keep his mind in the game. Because when they don't touch the ball, them receivers, a lot of them, they get to whining like babies. They come back to them huddles and whining, complaining. You trying to run a play and they yelling at you, and then it's like, and Jalen, he's quiet, like Deuce say. He's not no motivating player type of quarterback. He's just gonna get in there, do his job, sit in the corner by himself. That's all he's gonna do. He just want to get in there and play. He's not the motivating type. That's just not him. So, you just got to play off of it. You know what I'm saying? But, you got your big time diva, man.
to piggyback off of OG, and this will be the last thing I say about it. A lot of people don't understand. If you haven't played football or looked at it, every receiver isn't supposed to get the ball on certain plays. Like sometimes Devontae Smith is running a route to get AJ Brown open. Sometimes Olamide Zaccheaus is running to get a safety to come open, to move, to get somebody else open. But when AJ Brown isn't getting the ball, the route that he's supposed to run to get somebody open, he tiptoes. Or he doesn't run at full speed, which blows up, like you said, blows up the entire offense. And so now Jalen has to pat the ball 1 or 2 more times, and now he either has to escape the pocket since he's been banged up all year. He's been dealing with that ankle issue. Now people are able to play man coverage and not worry about him running out the pocket. It's just so many things that happens that people don't know, or the average football fan doesn't see. But like you said, just him doing that, just it throws a lot of things off.
Damn, it's true, dudes. What's up, Sojo?
What's happening?
Like
the flyest man in the land is in the building. What up, G?
DC,
What
big
up, G?
steppers.
What's
What up,
crazy,
G?
dude? I noticed that in the Seahawks game because they were saying that AJ Brown is the first look, but then I gotta blame Jalen sometimes too. You had Kenny Gainwell wide open for 20+ yards that we could have, came back and won.
Diva top toe. Damn, AJ.
I mean, but like I know we joking here, but that's the truth. I thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread last year.
We
boy.
know. We try to tell you.
I think homeboy should have stayed in I think he would have been better off in Tennessee.
Should have stayed in Tennessee, but we don't want Treylon Burks.
But I
take
just
Nelson Aguilar back.
I'll take Aguilar if he's playing like we won the Super Bowl that year.
Shit, look what you're doing in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's the problem. He might win another one with a different bird. But like just to end it all, no, I'm gonna take that on the chin too. Like as a fan, we just suck right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen. But I the way it's looking, one and done.
Speaking of the NFC East, we had a big controversial ending Sunday between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Man, Lion coach Dan Campbell was moving on from controversial Cowboys loss, and he said this, and I quote: "I got controlled fury." The miscommunication seen around the world has had 2 days to settle. Dan Campbell is ready to move on. The Lions coach said as much Monday, explaining he's prepared to put the controversial and confusing result of Detroit's Week 17 loss to Dallas behind him. He said this, and I quote: "I'm good. I woke up yesterday. I'm ready, man. I've got control fury, and I'm ready to go." Campbell said. I'm absolutely ready to go. I don't go the other way, and the team won't either. We are on a mission, and we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves and wallow in everything. We had plays to make, and we didn't make them. It's a tight game, a good opponent, playoff tight atmosphere, and you have to make that one extra play, and we didn't. So we will use this as fuel, and I got pure octane right now. I woke up and I'm ready, so we're moving forward. Detroit is in an unfamiliar place this season. The Lions are division champs for the first time in 30 years, and we're in a battle for the NFC's top seed until referee Brad Allen's ruling negated a successful 2-point try that would have given Detroit a great chance of defeating the Cowboys Saturday in Arlington. And for average viewer who might interpret Allen's ruling, which was either a mistake, the result of unfortunate miscommunication of a combination of both, as displaying bias against the upstart Lions, who have maintained they followed player reporting protocol properly and didn't see the fruits of this process. Campbell disagrees with that notion and pushed back again against even entertaining such thought. And the last, he said, don't buy into that. Don't live in that world, man, Campbell said. That will just pull you down. If it makes you feel any better, the NFL is against every team. All right. Because look, I was in New Orleans, so I know what it feels like. But you know what? We walked away. Even in that game, we had chances to win before all that happened, but that one ended it. That was it, man. So, and all that talking, let's just start this thing off with the MVP. Deuce. Cowboys 19. Cowboys win 19-20 over the Detroit Lions in a huge controversial ending. What's your take on it?
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of the last thing we were talking about, like Dan Campbell coming out and saying that, I respect that as a guy that's been in the locker room, and you know that's what he's supposed to say. That's what you say to get your guys' minds off of it first and foremost. But we all saw, you know what I mean? We all saw that was absolutely blatant. And him saying that the NFL is against all teams, I disagree. There's a team that wears red and yellow that I think gets the benefit of the doubt a lot, and I think they get a lot of calls, and I don't think the NFL is against them. There's another team in Foxborough that's gotten a lot of calls back in the past that I don't think the NFL is against. Dan has just been on the shit end of the stick.
Yes, he has. Big
New
time.
Orleans, who I believe that the NFL is against.
Hell yeah.
I've seen time after time that they've blown calls against the Saints, and now I don't know if they're against Detroit as much as they're just for the Cowboys, especially on Jimmy Johnson going into the Ring of Honor night, and the Dallas Cowboys being undefeated at home up until that point, and that streak being about to be ended. I don't know which one it is, but I that was just bad. As a football purist, and I hope that the games aren't as rigged as people like to claim. I'm hoping that that was just a missed call. I'm hoping that it wasn't more than that. I'm hoping somebody wasn't pulling strings, and because if you watch it, man, you can see the referee start to walk away a little bit earlier when one of the guys is trying to talk to him. You know what I mean? And so I just think that
checked in.
Yeah, He clearly goes over there, he checks in, and if you keep watching, he literally walks over to the Cowboys defense to let them know.
Yeah.
And so then we get to the point of where,
he's even lined up. He's even lined up on the far side where the wide receiver is.
Yeah, and he's uncovered. He's on the line of scrimmage.
Uncovered.
He was off the ball.
That's the Cowboys'
It's just
fault.
bad, man.
Because they in a 4-3.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was bad. It was sickening to watch too.
Yeah, terrible. God damn. And it's not. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Because I know Cowboy fans at home like, oh, y'all just been some Cowboy haters.
Yeah.
No, it ain't about that. It ain't about being no Cowboy hater. It ain't about none of that stuff. And nothing against the Cowboys. That was just terrible. If you're a Logic fan, you will go with that because that was terrible. Because proof we told right here, man. Those two checked in. That guy checked. Well, yeah, Decker. He checked in, man, and that ref didn't hear it. That's critical. And I think it was D-Rake that said that made sense. He said that it was a good thing that wasn't a playoff game. Oh man, it'll be off the chain. It'll be crazy. They will riot. Detroit, first of all, making the playoffs and then win the division for the first time in 30 years, and then get screwed like that. Oh God, no. But Philly G, what you think about it?
Well, I was hanging with my best friend-in-law and a couple of friends that night. We were checking our phones, looking at the game and stuff like that. I didn't really get to see it, but when I saw the video come out of that, I'm like, this is downright disgraceful by the NFL. My own mother, shout out Mama G. She loves football as well. She was watching the game and she was like, I just can't believe this. The NFL is so rigged. And more and more I think about it, I feel like it is. I have my theories, and we ain't gonna get into that. We talking about this situation particularly, but it's in Jerry's world.
Yeah, I see where you're going with it. Yeah,
Jerry's world where a lot of things tend to happen. Calls are called that I've never seen before, and this was nothing different. It's a shame. It's a real shame because Detroit beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Detroit beat them, bro. And that call was just BS.
I agree, Drew. That was. I know where you're going with Philly G.
I've never seen a referee host. You see me talking to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if he was done talking to him, like letting him know that he's in, or if he got to say or whatever. You're walking over to the Dallas. So I'm like,
I got the video. I wish I could play it. I get hit with a copyright, but boy,
you know, I'm just shaking my head, man, because it's like it's ridiculous. Like
I never heard touching. Was it touching? What did he say? Unnecessary touching?
Illegal touching.
Illegal touching. It's
just, if a pass was to go up in the air,
But ain't this called illegal formation?
No, because it's an unbalanced formation. There were still 5 guys on the offensive line. It was an overloaded formation. There were, you can see the center, and then there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 other guys on there with the left.
Okay.
Now there's 5 offensive linemen, and he's technically tight end. It's just an unbalanced formation. People run it all the time.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because he did line up at the tight end.
Yeah,
the line stops at 73.
That's why his helmet's a little bit ahead of 73.
Yeah. And he got that back foot. Okay, that makes sense. I got you.
Yeah. But with that being said, host, how I feel about it, you know how I feel about the Cowboys regardless, but it has nothing to do with hate. It's just about being real.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with hate.
That was ridiculous.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just what it was.
It's downright.
Yeah, that's downright bull.
I watched the game, and you took the words right out of my mouth, host. That I was like, man, wow.
Yeah,
you better be glad this ain't no playoff game.
Yes, sir. It'd been a riot.
It'd have been terrible.
Yeah.
It kind of takes me back to Dez Bryant when he say that he didn't catch that touchdown when he played Green Bay.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
controversial call. You can just hear the Cowboy fans everywhere just whining.
Yeah.
God, I remember that year, man. I didn't even see that catch, but I was just out and about, and I just seen so many Cowboy fans like, you seen that catch? That was whining. They were just whining. That's how they do. But one thing I think I'm thankful for the NFL. What they did do was that whole crew cannot officiate it during the playoff time. So to eliminate that, exactly. We're gonna have games that's gonna be tight in the playoffs. That's just how they are. It's gonna be down to the referees making the right call. So moving forward in these playoff games, I'm not trying to say that nobody's perfect by no field of imagination, but they're gonna have to be damn near it. They're gonna have to be damn perfect.
Yeah, they got to, man.
Because you're talking about the playoffs, and teams are just, they're trying to move forward, to be in the Super Bowl or whatever, and they can't have their whole season go down before a controversial call. So I feel, man, these referees, man, they got a lot of pressure on them. They do, and in playoff games, you got to have your best guns out there. You can't have calls like this. It's ridiculous. It's just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna get hurt. If this was a playoff game, I guarantee you, somebody would have got hurt.
Yeah.
They, like you say, you look what they did. They won the NFC North, and it's been 30 years. Dan Campbell got them boys hyped.
Yeah.
They playing in a playoff game in Dallas to knock Dallas out. Mm-hmm. Here comes this controversial call that ends your season.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna be peaceful in that stadium. I promise you it won't.
Mm-hmm.
It's all gonna be thrown. They're gonna be fighting. It's gonna get nasty.
Go ahead, Q.
That being said, they just need to get the officiating. It's been terrible all year. It really has.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but that was just a terrible, like Charles Barkley said. But I would say going into the playoffs, we're going to get some damn tight ass calls. Yep. It just happens. Because teams don't nobody want to go home. So you're going to see different type of teams play different than playing the regular season. It's a different season. Everybody's 0-0. Don't nobody want to go home. So that's going to be, the playoff will be a game of inches. And they got to make the right calls.
They got to make the right calls.
They got to make it, man. And I'm not saying everybody perfect, but you got the damn to be played from the playoffs. This guy.
And that was last show. If you guys check that out, Saturday, Real Sports Talk Show. Our New Year's resolution was one of them was better officiating. Listen, like you said, nobody's perfect, but Jesus Christ Almighty, if we the fans are watching this game and we see from television land what's going on, and then the commentators, Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth, Mike Tirico, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Greg Olson, all those guys, Matt Ryan, all of them, if they see what we see and they say it, that's big because the ref is right there. The ref is right there.
The ref that wears the white hat, he's the head ref, right?
Yes, he's the officiator.
Yeah, okay.
But if we, us, and the commentators see it, why don't the ref see it who's right there on the field? You get what I'm saying? And again, nobody's perfect, no. But we know what a pass interference is or the pass interference. I mean,
you think about that. You think about that suitcase he just got. He went to get his hands on after the game.
Yeah, boy, going boy, real quick. But I'm sorry, let me get Mr. Episode. What do you think about the controversial call between the Cowboys and the Lions?
Man, I have a lot of thoughts about this. It's ironic that it's Dallas at home getting some home cooking, as they tend to have gotten over the last couple of years. And I think back, like everybody keeps mentioning the playoffs. I feel like if it was the playoffs, you kind of almost have to expect a really bad call by the referee, if I'm being honest. Just throughout NFL history, there were countless games at Three River Stadium that were thrown away because of a horrible call by the refs, some not involving my team. People talk about, the NFL being after a certain team. As a Raiders fan, I know all about that. Trust me. Shout out Pete Rozelle. But referee calls aside,
boy,
I understand hindsight is 20/20, but I had thoughts about the aftermath of that play since everybody talked about the controversy of the call. Looking at the aftermath of it, if I'm Dan Campbell, your defense has been playing pretty good the whole game. They relatively held the Cowboys in check outside of CD Lamb. Why not just say, hey, let's go ahead and kick this field goal? Because they had to redo the play after the penalty was called. Why didn't he just kick the field goal and go into overtime? I understand this is Dan Campbell we're talking about, Mr. Go For It on fourth down, Mr. Gambler. I get that. But after the refs just did that to you, I wouldn't want to have anything else in their hands. I would just want to go ahead and play for overtime to at least give my team a chance to win the game themselves on the field.
I know what you're going with.
He talked about that. And I was with you, Mark. I was like, well, why don't you just go and kick the field goal since they done blow that play up. But he said that their mindset, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to kill this game.
That's a coach.
So that's a coach. And he didn't want to change, so that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to tie it up and all that. No, they just wanted to kill it and go home.
No, that's
right.
I
respect that. But
I found out about the call because I was saying that to Mark too. I said, why didn't you just kick the field goal?
Right.
Because they were going for the win, and I understand that. I respect it. Lord knows I wanted Josh McDunmatch to go for it in week 3 when we had the opportunity to win the game. So I get it. But at the same time, if the refs just showed you their hand and just showed you what they're about to do, I'm trying to take as much of the game out of the referee's hands as possible, but also still giving my team a chance to win. What better way to show your team that you believe in them by playing for overtime and letting them go out and win on the field for you?
But you know what, though, Mark? It probably would have been worse in overtime. It would have been home cooking anyway.
I agree with you 100%, Mark. And I think I don't mean to cut you off because I feel like I'm about to say what you're about to say. Is at least we'd have got to overtime. At least we'd have had that opportunity to do that. Because, like you said, they showed you their hand, and they basically said, "Hey, you not winning this football game.
Yeah.
If we got anything to do with it, y'all not walking out of here with a win." I personally, because if I'm not mistaken, they ran 3 plays down there because it was the next play was a defensive penalty, and then you still came out
offsides.
And Michael Parsons jumped offside.
Yeah.
At that point, because I like Riverboat Dan because that's your identity. That's who you're gonna be. I'm not mad at it. If all I ask for is consistency, and that's what he is. He gonna go for it. So I'm cool with that. But at that point, after that second one, to me, it's just like, hey, bro, let's get out of here with some points. Let's go, like you said, let me put my defense back on the field. Aiden Hutchinson had been an absolute menace all night. Let's just
has he?
Yeah, he's a problem.
Like why tempt fate at that point?
Yeah, and just plain old numbers, plain old statistics.
I get what y'all saying though, and you guys are 100% right. But when you got a shot that hit the Cowboys in the mouth, you better hit them. And because why? Because that defense on the way down, that whole drive, the defense was staggering. That's why they scored so quick. They were staggering. Even who was it? Aikman? Somebody was saying it was playing soft coverage. It was just 2 steps.
Well, let me ask you a question. You think let me ask you a question. If y'all think if it was a playoff game, he would have went on and kicked the field goal?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I believe so.
No.
I believe we kicked the field goal. I don't think we took that chance in the playoff game.
We saw him last year, and it wasn't in the playoffs, but it was in do or die situations where their season was in the balance, and he's the same cat. That's who he is over and over and over.
So you think he would wrap the whole season up?
I think so, man.
And take a chance and do that in the playoffs?
Especially in the playoffs, what do you got to lose?
Especially after what we've seen in overtime and the reason we've had the rule changes in the past in overtime, I think he tries to end it outright.
Right. Okay, so you trying to say because of what things are happening in overtime, he just don't want to go through that. I
think he's just trying to, hey, my best guys are better than your best guys. I'm about to show you.
I like that, and that's why I wish Kevin O'Connor had. I wish Kevin O'Connor had that. My coach had that kind of mentality. That's what I want. That's what I want from him.
Yeah,
he is conservative.
Yeah,
he's a conservative type coach, and that plays into the other team's hand.
Yeah.
So I wish our coach would get a little bit of what Dan Campbell do.
4th and 6 or less, you go for it. I think he's going for it on 4th and 8, 4th and 9.
Yeah.
Like
we
just don't care.
Yeah.
Guys are better than your guys.
That's what he said, and they're giving this team confidence, and they believe in him.
Hell yeah.
Can I offer a path forward real quick?
Yes, sir.
And allow me a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to brag on my beloved spring football leagues real quick. Shout out to the XFL and the USFL. I think one of the innovations that the XFL did last year, I really wish the NFL would adopt, is the ability to challenge anything. In the XFL, you have one challenge the entire game, and you can challenge anything from a pass interference call to whether or not the player caught the pass. I wish the NFL would adopt that.
Yes.
If not a challenge all, then one other innovation that both the USFL and the XFL have done is they have what we call a sky judge, where if a play is miscalled on the field by the referees, the replay booth can buzz in, they can ask for a replay, they can review the play, and then overturn the ruling on the field if it's necessary. And in that situation, I really feel like the sky judge, in the case of the XFL, would have been Dean Blandino, or in the case of the USFL, would have been Mike Piera, former head of league officiating in the NFL. One of them would have been able to review that play because the play would have been reviewed regardless and been able to say, clearly we see on tape, Taylor Decker went to go report eligible. He was in the right formation. He did everything he was supposed to do. The 2-point try is good. Let's go home. So I think the NFL, in all seriousness, really should do like they've done before and take a piece of the XFL and apply it to their game, just so you can, for the sake of not only the fans but also the players, take as much of the game out of the hands of the referees as possible and let everything be settled on the field between the shoulder pads.
This is how bad this is. This is how bad it is.
And it shouldn't have come to that if you don't make that call. If you don't make that call, we're not talking about this.
So that means a bad call.
I got 2 things. The first one is Taylor Decker and the Lions. If you know ball, they went out their way to go and talk to the referee like that. Because most of the time, when the offensive lineman reports eligible, he runs on the field and does this. If he looks at the referee and does this, that means, hey, I'm reporting eligible. I'm an eligible receiver. That's it. And then the referee comes on the intercom and goes, Number 78 has reported eligible. He is an eligible receiver for this play. And they get out the way. Not only did he walk up to him and tell him, he went to the Cowboys defense and told them, and you still got it wrong.
Exactly.
My thing to you, Mark, is I get the sky judge, but if you guys watched LeBron and the Lakers play in Minnesota a few nights ago,
that was a horrible call.
Not only did they get it wrong, and you can see on the screen,
it was a 3.
Clear piece of wood in between his foot. See, Caucus got it. Your sky judge, and they got it wrong. So what if they both get it wrong? You see what I'm saying?
The hell are we looking at?
Like, I just think, like you said, when they showed you your hand and they showed you not winning this ball game, it don't matter whether they was there, they was in Secaucus, New Jersey, or wherever NFL headquarters is. It don't matter. It just don't matter. You know, or the Saints, that blatant pass interference call against the Rams in the Superdome. It didn't matter. Every referee in the building could have thrown the flag because all 80,000 that was in the Superdome, they threw theirs. You know what I'm saying? But when they're against you, they're against you. It don't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially in Jerry's world.
Yeah. On Jimmy Johnson night.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
The Lions have been there before, man.
It's not about
Caldwell and them got screwed
Dallas
on that pass.
Also, what's big about that is the Cowboys is undefeated at home for the regular season.
Oh, they'll lose eventually.
Well, it's too late. It's regular season over.
Yeah, they don't got no more home games left.
You got a whole playoff. They most likely gonna get that 2 seed if Washington decides.
It was the narrative. It was the narrative to keep the Cowboys undefeated. It's a narrative.
But you're gonna have to.
We ain't even gonna discuss the fact that Jerry Jones is one of the higher-ranking officials on the NFL's competition committee. We ain't even gonna talk about that.
When you $6 billion company, you make moves, bro. You make moves. Make your $1 million moves. Now we talk about.
What you know about that, host? Millions of dollars. Millions.
This is the quietest I've seen. This is the quietest I've seen Cowboys fans after a win, man. It's like they know too. Like I haven't.
What you talking about? I
haven't seen all the We Them Boys. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it
since Saturday. I'm be honest with you.
I ain't seen none of it. I'm with you, dudes. I ain't seen them. I mean, I seen them, but it's like I don't hit how about them.
Right. It ain't all the.
Nah, they too busy in the NFC East underground. Shout out to them. Talking smack.
For the you better.
Boy,
the heat is off for you, Phil. You better leave it alone.
Whole nother conversation, bro. Mess around and get suspended, boy. I'm telling you.
But we ain't got time to go to. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll hit the Russell Wilson. We'll talk about Russell Wilson Saturday. We ain't got time, but I knew this was going to be big and this was controversial. This actually fired me up, man, because I was like, this is what. It's nothing to get the Cowboys. Those who know me, I got a lot of respect for the Cowboys. I like him. Dak Prescott, one of my favorites.
Ew.
The dude, yeah, he is, man. Dude's a leader. I mean,
no, I said ew. Why?
Oh, I mean, dude's a leader, man. I mean, come on, he played the Dolphins. That was a pretty good game.
Good
game.
But
a lot of people don't like him. I mean, I like. I ain't got no beef with Cowboys.
I like Rain Dakota too.
Yeah.
But I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful this wasn't a playoff game, but it's so close to the playoff. This easily could have been a playoff game.
It could have been a playoff game.
It easily could have been. And this would have been terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, fist fights. People want to fight on Facebook. It could have been. But the Lions is just letting it ride.
Yeah.
They're letting it ride. It is what it is. We where we want to be. But if it was a playoff game, I promise, fisticuffs, the whole 9. I don't know, bro. It would have been terrible.
It happened before. Mm-hmm. That was that exact same scenario. They were in the playoffs in Jerry's world. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the last game that Coach Caldwell coached for them because the refs missed a blatant pass interference call on Dallas. And the Lions shortly thereafter fired Coach Caldwell. So
that is a fact. And Jim Caldwell was a good coach. Man, what he did with the Colts and what he did with the Lions. God almighty. He got rid of him. You're right. You're right, Mark. It's a good call. It's a good call on that. Well, I mean, that was good football discussion from fellas, man. I got to pay some bills here if y'all don't mind. We're going to jump to our sponsors and let you guys know who our sponsors is. And here they are. All right, man. We want to thank our sponsors, Van Powers, Fanatics, SeatGeek, Sportsline, Fantasy Sports Evo, and Amazon Music. Thank you guys for being sponsors of the Real Sports Podcast. Listen, we got all discounts below, man. Look in the this description box below this video, man. The links are in there. Go get you some discounts, courtesy of the Real Sports Podcast. And a little special thing that's going on with Fanatics right now. If you go to Fanatics right now and get your team's merchandise, it is 70% off clearance sale. Use code 24SHIP. 24SHIP, man. Get 70% off of your favorite NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, college,
WWE too.
And WWE as well. So, yeah, go to Fanatics, man. Courtesy of the Real Sports Podcast. Use code 24SHIP. Get 70% off.
Go ahead, dude's going to get you a Mason Rudolph jersey, my guy.
he get us in the playoffs and win us a playoff game. You got it.
I know that's right, bro.
I'm gonna just get a number 2 jersey. It's gonna say Deuce on the back, but it's a Rudolph jersey.
It's a great day to be him.
There's always got to be a caveat.
I was thinking about that.
I can't never win outright. Just let me have one win, Deuce. Damn.
I get a Michael Vick jersey. He wore 2 for us when he played for us.
Oh, damn, he did play for y'all.
That Monday night game against the Chargers while I was a freshman at Oklahoma State.
Holy smoke. I forgot about that.
Played with us for 5 years.
I forgot about that.
Then Roethlisberger got hurt in St. Louis the week before.
Yeah.
The field caught fire that same game, too.
Damn, look at you. Damn.
Michael Vick has had some good.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Hey, bro, I remember that. Ooh, Mike Vick, man. It was like 04 that night against the Chargers, boy. Him and Le'Veon. Man.
Michael Vick special, man. Special player. Yeah. Special.
Could have won a Super Bowl with
his shoes was fire. I can't get them. Boy, his shoes is fire. But yeah, Mike Vick, man, very, very special. Very special guy. All right, got to reveal, man, the winner of week 17. Week 17 here, man. The week 17. Who will be the king of predictions? What's it going to be?
Oh, gee.
Is it going to be me? Is it going to be Mr. Episode?
Not me. I picked the Panthers.
Like
What is it going to be? Is it going to be the OG? What's it going to be? Y'all want to know who it is? Okay. No, man, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, man, it is a even Steven tie. All three around. All of us went 10-6. All of us went 10-6. It's incredible. Incredible. Huh?
What's the tiebreaker for them?
There's no tiebreaker. Tiebreaker goes to the host.
It's like playing blackjack.
Yeah. No, man.
Host, out of curiosity, how bad did I do? Because I whipped on a number of them.
You didn't do too bad. I think we all bombed out on the Bucks. Philly G let us down.
Of course. Well, I didn't, but
no, I didn't pick the Eagles.
No, you got away with that one. You bummed out on the Panthers.
Yeah.
The Raiders let us down.
The hell made you?
And you went the Dolphins.
The
against the
hell
Raiders,
made you
Mark.
bet on the Panthers, Mark?
Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence
bro,
on playing, man.
I don't care.
His losses was the Lions. He picked the Lions over the Cowboys. He picked the Dolphins over the Ravens.
Yeah, like I told you what was gonna happen in that Ravens game.
And
I told you.
respectfully, Deuce, since you want to come to the king, sir.
That's
Respectfully, I recall a 2-win team playing against the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, and they smacked them, beat the brakes off of them. So I had no reasons for it.
what year was that? I'm asking. What year was it?
That was 2006.
He said, what year was that?
So that means we won the championship. But what year?
That's beside the point, bro.
And then the last time you won the championship.
He ain't never seen it.
Right.
He never seen it. He wasn't even thought of.
I'll take a whooping if it means I was the previous Super Bowl champ. I'll take it. I'll take it all day.
Yeah, you are. Well, Philly G is. Yeah, Philly G is 21-17.
No doubt. I'm just saying if I have to win a Super Bowl just to take a whooping the next year, I'll take it all day.
I feel you.
At least you didn't let it happen. Well, at least you went back a few years after.
Yeah, long goddamn time.
This is whack.
Yeah, 10-6, man. So, hey, Mark, Q-Dog, see you in the finals.
Yeah.
Philly G, MVP. We see you in the finals. We got one more prediction for the regular season.
You gotta throw some respect on that Philly G now. I'm fantasy champion, baby.
Hey, I'm sorry. Fantasy football champion. I'm sorry. Gotta put some spec on it. Gotta put some spec on it. All right, man. Everybody had fun today. You had fun tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Good show, man. Good show. All right, man. That's our show for today, man. As always, man, we want to thank you so much for watching another episode of the River Sports Talk Show. Please remember to give us a small little bit of folk, that thumbs up, man. And if you think we some cool guys, if you think this is a cool show, you can sit down and watch for an hour every single week, man. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that little blue bell for all notifications. It'll let you know every single time the MVP shows up. Again, man, I want to thank our sponsors, man. Sportsline, Fantasy Sports Evo, Van Powers, Fanatics, SeatGeek, and Amazon Music. Matter of fact, man, you go to Amazon Music right now and sign up. You get 1 month free, courtesy of the River Sports Podcast. Ad free. Check it out. Again, their discount links are in the bottom, in the description box below. As we get on up out of here. The new fantasy football champion, Philly G.
How y'all doing? Listen, hit that thumbs up, notifications on. See you on Saturday.
See y'all Saturday. Philly G will be back in the building. What we got in one last one? My man, due to the game.
You Saturday, bro.
Oh, you heard that, man. He coming with number 2. He coming with number 2, dude. Due to the game. All right, man. As Philly G said, man, we will be back in the building this Saturday. Different time. We will be back in this Saturday at 2:30. Okay. 2:30 p.m. We will get this party started at 2:30, and we will have some more football discussions. We're gonna get into that Russell Wilson deal, and then we will have our very last predictions for Week 18 of the regular season, man. So come on back this Saturday, 2:30 p.m. live right here, man. The River Sports Talk Show live right here on YouTube, man. So believe in your team, you know it. But everybody believe in their team. Most important, believe in yourself. Why? Because you can do any and everything. Just got to apply a little work to it. And also everybody around the world, man, be safe and stay safe. We out. Q-Dog, down, up.
Yes, sir.